Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we're going to be starting a series where I basically show you how to build some of the farms that I've got going over on the Adultscraft server. It's going to start off pretty basic, but we're going to build up and we're going to get some new farms in there eventually as I kind of get a bit more comfortable with redstone and things like that. But we're starting off with something pretty basic today, so don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe for future content, but let's get straight into it. And if you've seen the thumbnail for the video, you should have an idea what it is that we're going to be building already today. It's just going to be a nice, easy, simple concrete maker. But it's semi-automatic, it at least gets the concrete done for you. It saves you being stood there, pillaring up into oblivion and then dumping water buckets over the side of your towers of concrete powder. It's nice and fast, it's compact, and if you've got a beacon set up nearby to it as well, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal for you. I've literally turned out thousands and thousands of blocks of concrete over on the Adultscraft server using this exact build. So, what we're going to do is we're going to really quickly go over how to do it. Now, as far as things that you're going to need, you are going to need a few blocks of obsidian. You can replace the obsidian with oak logs if you've not really got it. Either will work because you won't go through the oak anywhere near as fast as you would, for example, say stone bricks with your pick. But obsidian is also something that's what I use personally, and I've never gone through the obsidian myself. But like I say, oak logs would work as well, or anything else similar like, anything that won't break easily with your pick. You're definitely going to need some pistons, you're going to need some redstone torches, you're going to need some redstone dust, and you're going to need a water bucket. And that is it. That is all that you will need to get this done. You'll also need a nice clear area to work with. I would recommend that you're going to need at least a 13 by 13 area, but I'd give myself a bit more space to work with as well. You can set up some storage chests, things like that. Like I say, you can get a beacon set up just next to it as well, and that'll speed things up. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pick the spot where you're going to start off from and place down your piston facing this way, just like that. From here, we can set up all of the redstone for this nice and easily. You're going to break this block here, put a little brick underneath it there. Take your redstone torch and place it in the hole on the same side as the piston, and then you're going to take some redstone dust and you're just going to redstone dust these two blocks here. And what that's going to do is whenever there's a block on top of it, it's going to pass the redstone signal through the block, complete the circuit and fire the piston. Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build your water system. So from here you're going to go up 2 blocks with any block that you want. And then this is where you're going to want to grab either your obsidian, or like I say, you can use logs as well if you want, but I'm going to use the obsidian because it's what I've used over on the Adultscraft server. So, place one there, one there, one there, and one there. Once you've done that, hop up to here, break the block that you've got in the middle, and then replace it with water. Now, what this means is, when you've run the concrete maker, you always have to leave one block here. Another option that you've got is to move this back by 1 block to here, but you run the risk of interfering with some of your redstone then. I find it much easier to just keep it like this, and like I say, you'll always have 1 block under here, but it's not going to be a problem. After that, you're going to take your pistons, and you're going to go 1, 2, you're going to go 12 blocks out. So from here, 12 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then place your first piston there, and then just go along and fill that gap in. So this is what you should have so far. After that, we're going to repeat the same system that we had down there. So break this block, put a cheeky little brick in there, redstone torch, and then take your redstone dust and just go straight along the top of these pistons to here. And shockingly enough, that's it. That is this auto concrete maker completely done. If you just take some concrete powder now, come over to here, and you aim for the top of the torch. You can aim for the piston as well, but I always find just aiming for the top of the torch here works. Once it gets to this end here, place the top block, and the piston will fire, move all of these along, and this will push out as far as 12 blocks. So this will push out to about here. You're pretty much able to get through 2 stacks for every run. So once you've done 2 stacks, get rid of it all, and then do another 2 stacks. And there we go. That's how it looks once it's got everything pushed out there. It's at maximum. It won't go any further. If you count from here, which would be where it's pushing to, there's 11 pistons, and it stops on the 11th one. And it's got this 1 block here, so that's 12. So that's the piston pushing to its absolute limit. And same again, coming this way, this is the piston line that we've got pushing to their absolute limit. Now, as far as breaking the blocks goes, what I recommend doing is stand so that the block is just at the edge of your reach, and just go along like this. And then just work forwards and go along. This will be the quickest way that you can get through it, at least that I've found over on the Adultscraft server. If you've got a beacon, it'll be much faster. You'll be able to insta-mine and just smash through it completely. But yeah, it's just a nice, easy way to get a good, solid amount of concrete done in no time. As far as any changes or improvements or tweaks that you could make, like I say, you can replace the obsidian with like any kind of wood or anything like that, something that you're not going to go through with your pick very easily. Another thing that you could do, but it's completely unnecessary, if you find that when you're going along you're just breaking the floor up all the time like this, you could replace the floor again with either obsidian so that it's not as easy to get through, or you could go with some sort of wood for the flooring. But it's not really needed. As long as you make sure that you're aiming for the top half of the blocks, you're never going to have a problem with that. The only other thing that you could do really would be to replace the floor with hoppers. That'd be really expensive, the amount of hoppers that you'd need just to get it all out into one chest, when, in all honesty, you can just run around and collect things. So this is the exact same farm that we've got running over on the Adultscraft server, and it's literally been the thing that's helped me get as much concrete as possible thrown out there. One thing that I would definitely recommend if you're on PC is to get an auto clicker of some sort. That way you can just set it to right click every so often, stand yourself here, aim at the top of that block, make sure that you've got some concrete powder in your inventory, and then just set the auto clicker off. Like I say, once it's done 2 stacks, you'll find yourself out to about here, and you'll have to quickly harvest it all up and go again. So that's going to be the end of this one. If you've got any thoughts or any improvements or anything like that, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for future content, and please do give the video a share, get as many people to look at it as possible. But thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.